Welcome back to Sports World, your home of sports news. Let's get right into it. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes was sent off as his side lost 3-0 to Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford on Sunday. Spurs manager Ange Postecoglou looked on throughout from his technical area, which at Old Trafford is further away from the dugouts than is usually the case, and saw his team open the scoring following a buccaneering run from Mickey van de Ven to set up Brennan Johnson in just the third minute of the game. In truth, Spurs should have scored more in the first half. It looked like it was setting up to be a game where the dominant team would later be made to rue their missed opportunities, but the sending off just before halftime narrowed the chances of that narrative playing out. Fernandes slipped as he tried to tackle James Maddison and, in his desperation to still make a challenge, clumsily caught the Spurs midfielder high on his leg. It was not a controversial decision, but Fernandes was maybe unlucky to lose his footing as he did. There were boos in Old Trafford as the halftime whistle went, and though some of those were for referee Christopher Kavanagh, there had been general disappointment from the stands about the way their team played in the opening 45 minutes. Though they had voiced their discontent at halftime, the United fans cannot be accused of abandoning their team. Quite the opposite, in fact. As they tried to rouse the players against the odds, Spurs fans celebrated in the corner of Old Trafford that houses the away supporters, having had a good view of both second-half goals at that end. So Long had a chance to make it for in the 90th minute, but his shot was saved by Andre Onana, and substitute Mikey Moore sent a shot from distance just past the far post. United remain in the bottom half of the table, dropping to 12th below Brentford. Well, Tottenham will be looking up the table once again. Also in English Premier League, Ipswich and Aston Villa played out an entertaining 2-2 draw in the Premier League on Sunday afternoon. Liam Delap put Ipswich ahead with just 8 minutes on the clock after Jack Clarke cut the ball back to him, but Aston Villa fought back. Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins ensured that the visitors led to 2-1 going into the halftime break, but there was another goal in the game. It came from Delap again and was a superb sole strike from the attacker, which meant that the points were shared. Schwarzer also stressed that Ipswich need to make sure they turn Portman Road into a fortress this term. Ipswich want to get on a run and this place has to become fortress. They never gave up and they were unlucky to not get more out of this game, he added. Angel Correa's 95th minute equalizer snatched Atletico Madrid a 1-1 derby draw against Spanish champions Real Madrid on Sunday in La Liga. The Argentine forward had to wait nervously for a VAR review to prove he was onside, but he had timed his run to perfection and secured the hosts a point. Real Madrid, without injured star striker Kylian Mbappé, largely kept Atletico at arm's length on a spiky night in the Spanish capital, taking the lead through Eder Militao midway through the second half. The match was suspended for around 15 minutes soon afterwards when Atletico fans threw objects including lighters at Madrid players, and Rojiblanco's midfielder Marcos Llorente was sent off at the death. Correa's late strike put Atletico third, while Real Madrid, second, moved 3 points behind leaders Barcelona to their defeat at Osasuna on Saturday. Despite the disappointment of conceding a late equalizer, Madrid reached 40 consecutive league games without defeat, their last loss coming just over a year ago at Atletico. Barcelona are reportedly very close to finally announcing a new kit deal with Nike and consider the agreement verbally closed. The new sponsorship deal has been in the works for some time now, and it's hoping the contract will allow Barcelona to return to the 1-1 rule in time for the next transfer window. Report states that the club think the deal is now done and it will be announced after the Assembly of Delegates, which is due to take place on October 19th. Barca are expected to receive over €100 million from the deal and will also receive a renewal bonus, thus giving club a much-needed financial boost. President Joan Laporta has spoken about the new kit deal on several occasions and also about Barcelona's plans for the next transfer window. Laporta has said he expects the club to be able to sign players normally, but we'll have to wait and see if the club do opt to add to the squad this winter. That would be all for now. Subscribe, turn on the notification icon to stay up to date with new contents. Thanks.